guys, what's up? It's David Nakayama coming to you live from San Diego Comic-Con on the very last day. It's a quick message for Fantastic Comics run by the amazing Yul Carter. Just wanted to say you guys are awesome. Thanks for stocking my books and for getting the word out there. Have a good one, guys.
Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do ya still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me.
Did you know that every 7 minutes a black person is born in this country without soul? Hello, I'm B.B. King. Won't you help Don Simmons and the thousands of others that suffer from this tragic disorder? Its cruel symptoms can strike anyone. Let's take a look.
I think the Republican Party has done one heck of a job. Don't you, June?
I'll say, Ward, we Republicans have turned this country around.
Safety and good mileage are the 2 things I looked for in a new car. That's why I bought a Volvo station wagon.
Hi, I'm president of the David Hartman fan club here in Glendale. I've even met David Hartman once. What a neat guy.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cherry. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you.
This is B.B. King saying, won't you please give, so that Don Simmons here and so many others can become useful members of society.
Or below me a kiss, and that's lucky too.
Right to blacks without soul. Post Office Box 1305A, Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you.
Andy Warhol and John Waters, in conjunction with Saliva Productions, present Jim Barrie's beloved children's classic, Peter Pan.
I think I see him.
No, that's just a cloud.
No, it's not. It's Peter.
I'm flying. Look at me way up high, suddenly here am I'm flying.
Yes, it's Divine, starring as the boy who wouldn't grow up.
I won't grow up.
I won't go up.
I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school.
Just to learn to be a parrot.
Just to learn to be a parrot.
And recite a silly rule.
And recite a silly rule.
Wonderful. Are you all right?
Scorching wedgie!
No! Take that costume off!
What's the matter, Captain Funtime?
Isn't
this what you've always wanted?
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't it just fix everything twisted up inside of you if you could only fuck Wonder Boy and your worst enemy at the same time, huh? Well, come and get us!
Shit!
Where do you want it, Captain?
You get away! Get away!
Where do you want my pussy?
Dirty!
Here?
Fucking dirty!
Wow, look at this laundry list of complaints.
So you have no direction, no college ambition, no job prospects?
Yeah, it also says I have no dick. But you'll notice that follows the financial question, proving once more what women really look for.
What do you do for money anyway?
Blood bank, sperm bank. Currently considering the eye bank.
Wow, she calls you callow in here.
You say that like it's bad.
It means frightened and weak-willed.
Really? Shit. That was the only part of the letter I thought was complimentary.
You found me beautiful once.
Honey, you got real ugly.
No, that's the whole point. It's the same exact thing, but it's with women, right? So it's a new idea.
Okay, I just feel that if it's all with women, then it should be better.
Why can't we just do the same thing?
Because if we do the same thing, then why are we doing it at all?
Yeah, I gotta say, I agree with that. I mean, why can't we just come up with our own record to break? Like some badass woman who could really throw them back, you know? Judy Garland, Liz Taylor.
Joan Crawford.
Betty Ford. No, those are all sad examples of alcohol abuse. The box thing just feels more fun, you know? When women do it, it just feels sad.
All right, come out or I'll blast you out.
For shame, Doc. Hunting rabbits with an elephant gun.
Elephant gun?
That's right, Doc. So why don't you go shoot yourself an elephant? You do, and I'll give you such a pinch.
We're going to start our volleys. We hope you like the show. For everything is ready. We're raring to go. We'll give you all the latest songs and dances full of pep. We're gonna start with high jump. Just watch this chorus steps.
Originally settled as Ocean View during the 1850s, the city's population boomed with displaced
Yes. Yes, it's back. I can taste it again.
I'm back, baby! I'm back, baby! I'm back! All right, everybody, I'm back!
Hey everybody, welcome to Fantastic Comics Presents. This would have been a really good time to change the let me turn this off just for a second, just so I can see the circle expand with my voice. All right, looks good. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Darn it. There we go. Get this way. Just want to be taller than the banner. Maybe I can change the style of it. It'll make a go back to classic. No. Block. How's it going there? Anyway, welcome to Fantastic Comics Presents. I am Yule. I am the owner of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 5 p.m. I wasn't doing a show for the last month, but I still had to open the store every single day. But man, taking off Tuesdays, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was watching a lot of baseball. And if anybody saw my ill-fated stream on my own Yule Carter show last week, kind of like, dipping my toe in the water, explaining some things, and then never speaking of it again, and the show got taken down. I showed way too many baseball clips, but it's just it. I broke it up. I talked about it. I showed a little bit more. They were long, I agree, but there are entire channels that that show the entirety of the World Series game, and it ain't Fox, and it ain't ESPN or ABC or any of those big ass it's like, I know it's the live stream, so that's probably the difference. We'll be safe the rest of the way. I think it was a pretty safe opening and a little shorter. I was going back and looking at some of my early shows, and when I didn't have StreamYard, we were just kind of coming on in. Maybe I clipped some videos, played them rudimentarily on whatever thing we were doing, YouTube video or something like that. Now everything's all beautiful and StreamYarded. And they've got all sorts of new features, like check this shit out. All right, they got some other stuff, and I'm not gonna screw around finding it, but you've heard the music before. It's ridiculous. Yeah, thanks for coming on in. We're gonna talk to you in just a moment. Oh wait, I don't do those early. We're not doing things like we used to. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it right now.
Hello. 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 Oh. Look out. Hello.
All right. Hello, everyone. Let me take that banner down. I expect this to be a quicker show. I got work to do. It's for the store. I've been reading, not reading comic books recently. We'll talk about that. But first, let's talk to you. I mean, and I just want everybody to know that anybody that reached out, if you were thinking about reaching out, thank you. Appreciate it. I was just taking some needed time off. There were some things that happened. And then there was the World Series, and I kind of tied all my everything into that and felt like, as the Dodgers were doing great or not doing so well, I felt there was some poetry in that, life. Baseball, like, there was, Vince Scully would always talk about how it starts in the spring, flowers coming up, all that shit. And then, it ends and like it's an entire season. It's kind of, it's kind of like a war. The long, prolonged season. And then you go into like October as the years, you can watch it. It's kind of like life and death. It's life and death baseball. And you know what they did? They sped it up. They sped up life to get to death. Can you imagine that? That's baseball was about life and death. Anyway, yeah, so everything was like going really good, and then it was really scary, and then I streamed a lot about that last week and we got shut down. What have you been doing? All right, let's go up early. Who's first? Jolly 12. Hey, glad to see you back. Hope things are good. Things are good. I don't know if I have like a super renewed interest in the store. Anything more than like making it become more successful. But one of my competitors had a birthday, Cape and Cal, the other day, and they had Daniel Warren Johnson there and Nick Dragotta. I mean, these guys do all-star or absolute Batman, Transformers, that kind of jazz. And and I was talking to my customers. I'm like, "You gonna go?" Because some people who aren't normal customers of mine were coming in. They're like, "Wow, you have a really great store. I shop at Cape Cow, and I was wondering if you had anything about this and this." I'm like, "Well, there ain't no way I have an absolute Batman annual." I hear those are going for like $30 or more on eBay right now. So if you have extra copies, I mean, it can get more expensive, but if you want to make a quick buck, this is a good time for that. I sell things stupidly at cover price. So maybe things aren't so good. I hate doing the internet thing. Here we are on the internet. Continuum. Yo, Yule is back in action. Is this the return of Yule or the revenge of Yule? So going back to my customer talking to me about it, them. They're like, "Oh yeah, you get the first 3 signatures free, and then you have to pay." I'm like, "You have to pay for signatures after 3? Wow." And then my customer said, "Yeah, or give a can of food to charity." And I'm like, I can never be as good a person as they are over at Cape and Cal. And I'm one person in a store, but even when we were at the big location, I mean, we did stuff, money went to places, but food drives and stuff like that. I don't know. There were occasions when we did things with toys. We had friends that did things, but the less I had to do, the better. And I was saying, damn, I can never be, that kind of that kind of store. Like, I don't want to, like, I have all this stuff here, comic book related, not here, out, but here. Not everything. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. There's a lot of stuff the person I think knows the most doesn't know anything like what I know. And then there's other people. And but I have a lot, and I'm also an owner of a store, and I've got my own perspectives on the entirety of the thing, but I also live in a bubble, and I don't really I don't want to like super communicate extra with people about it. um I don't know. I always felt like it wasn't something I wanted to do. So, I'm not going to make that video for the Eisner. Someone else is going to have to do it. And also a nomination, of course. Erica Sullivan, Gizmo, the return to Boops for Gizmo. All is right with the world again. Huzzah. Eric knows where it's at. And tomorrow it is at Fantastic Comics. Gizmo in a box. Look at that. Oh, how cute. He just got a bath today, so don't get your grimy hands all over him tomorrow. Let's see here. Oh man, how's your father? Sup? How's it going? You know what? Sup? I got one of those for you right here.
Sup?
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 Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Jagron 2. You alive? I am alive. I'm alive. Nothing's broken. Went and got like the blood pressure, and they're like, damn, this is good. Yeah, you're right. All right, excellent. Joby Pill in the other room. Hello. Not near mint. Fingers crossed. Welcome back, Yule. Thank you very much. Not near mint. I know you've been doing stuff. It's just Fridays are really tough to be able to check out. Dwayne Muth, welcome back, Yule. Thank you very much. Illicit Lore, how's it going? 30% less show. What got cut? I'm not gonna bullshit as much through stuff, and I don't know. I'm just easing into everything. Also, I'll do this off camera. Wow, the ticker is now blue. Yeah, that was there was like an update or something, and I think everything went back to like some sort of factory setting, And since I was only working on the Yule Carter bit or channel last week, I guess it just kind of switched on over when I did that. So there you go. Yule, it's been really hard to try to say hello to you for the last couple months. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a landline for long. My landlord, silent owner in the company, silent investor in the company, was suggesting that we have some outdated machinery and somehow we're still receiving calls. Not all the time, obviously. Dodger Blue, it's good enough. It's good enough. Congratulations and world to the world champions. The world champions. What's going to happen is everybody's going to be crying about the Dodgers next year because of whatever they do and, you know, getting the World Series again. All year long they're going to watch because of wanting them to lose, and then everybody that's like a fan of a Japanese player or you know, the Dodgers are going to watch. So it's going to, you know, LA, and they're going to hopefully, I can't figure out, win the World Series, but then there's going to be the strike. So it's not only going to be 3 straight years they're champions, they're going to be 4 straight four straight years of champion Dodger Blue, regardless if they play. So how you like that for well, I mean, I guess they're winning next year is what I'm saying. They got to. You can't, if you have the needle in, you got to twist it, right? Your weight loss journey has been mighty impressive. You don't even feel up much of that. Thank you very much. That's not true though now anymore. I just oh my God, I finally weighed myself. So Jill and I went to this meat place with some friends, and it was decadent. I mean, I hadn't been to a place like that one before, and it was, and we you know, we were having drinks, and it was, you know, a business expense, you know, talking about business and whatnot. Since I don't ever do, I mean, maybe not even once a year do I do anything like that. It's like once every 5 years. I'm like, all right, we can do this. And man, I haven't weighed myself since then. And it was like a lot of sliding. You know, the potato chip slide. It's tough. But I weighed myself today, and I was pleased, and I went out for a long ass walk. Jason Bush, yes, sweating it out with me for sure. I know. Well, at least your wife was, right? And you know, I tried all year long to tell Walk here, who says subway it, to let him know that the Dodgers bandwagon was open. Even the last game of the season of the World Series, I told him the bandwagon's open. And even after that, I tell him the bandwagon's still open. But there's this one guy that comes by the store, and he doesn't shop. He just comes by and, you know, I'll make outside playing guitar or whatever I do, hang out with the dog outside or talking to some customers, maybe having a drink. And this guy comes up to me and he yells at me about the Dodgers buying their championship. And he did this last year and he's doing it this year. So I'm getting 2 years of this asshole every once in a while just coming by, and then he's talking. And I look up and I'm like, oh, this guy. So the Dodgers were getting, I think they were getting shellacked on the day he came by. Now, maybe not. Maybe that was a win. It doesn't really matter. He came outside. It was probably the day after. He was outside, and I was doing work inside, and the door was closed, and everybody else was kind of still hanging outside. And I'm just like hearing an inordinate amount of vocal noise from a person, and I'm just not really sure who this is that's doing this, but I can't make it out. And I go outside and I'm like, dude, it's this motherfucker. And then the Dodgers go boom, boom. That's what it was. Hey, my first live comment on the stream, Jimmy T. How's it going, man? Welcome to the show. So yeah, comic books right now just really aren't doing it for me. There are some things, and I've been reading, like I read Spider-Man this last week, and I'm still enjoying that. And there's other things I would like to be reading, like DCKO, maybe Knife Fight. I call it Knife Fight, but it's really Nightlife. But you know, DCKO Nightlife. Why would it be Nightlife? I mean, it's just so silly. I think Knife Fight sounds better, but you know, Nightlife. So I'm not really reading those, and as a result, I'm kind of not reading the Superman right now because I don't want to get spoiled. I'm not really watching videos on it. I've heard a few things, but I kind of just like, you know, I know what happened in One World Under Doom, though. I let people tell me about that. My goodness. Jagron, I was legitimately worried that you were okay. Since I had a friend I did YouTube with, I still had not heard in months, and he randomly stepped away. It was customers only frequency for a while there, Jagron, and I mean only in person customers. Yeah, you know, there's a customer that reached out via text message. Usually, the text message is just for comic book chat, but I'm totally okay to answer, you know, sensitive matters about it via text. I just don't want to be, you know, whatever. I mean, sensitive. It wasn't sensitive, but non-comic book. You know, what's going on? I hadn't seen you on the show, and you know, that's cool. How's your father? Says, why don't you think of Port Toronto? I tell you what, the Bushes earlier in the comments, totally down with the California teams. Really a Padres fan. Totally down with the California teams. I mean, the Dodgers were in after the Padres got bounced. Totally rooting for the Dodgers. Would have rooted for the Giants, I guess, but I just don't know if I can do that. But coming from a Padre point of view, maybe I could understand that. You know, they're an expansion team and not from the old days. And you know, hey man, they got a nice little team there. But I would have been rooting for Toronto, probably, if it were the Padres, because they not my customers, but the chatter online and the video people that talk baseball, they're crazy over in San Diego. But the Toronto, so I would have been rooting for Toronto. I mean, you can't. Oh man, the chirping would be forever. You know what I mean? Jimmy T, dude, me and Joaquin were in line for 5+ hours. I heard it was a shit show. I heard that there was a guy in line from the very beginning, and then he was given a letter, and then they called a letter that wasn't his, and then people being inside getting stuck. The problem with a really big line is controlling it and letting customers come in and shop for stuff and then get in line. You know, if you can't, man. And they were doing 3 autographs for things. Joaquin here got the work in progress, or no, the black and white. It was the oversized version, work in progress, Absolute Batman #1, and got that signed and remarked by Mr. Dragota. I wonder what he said about it. Remarked. People are exhausting. Most of us get it. Yes, they are. Can we call fans of Fantastic Comics hooligans? Well, I would suggest that would be me, not Fantastic Comics. I would love to branch out and be some sort of. No, I would not. Too much work. I listen to these shows. Well, shows, I mean segments of shows cut down, like I should be doing with this one. And they critique, they comment on something. Maybe it's a segment on their show, and they're able to make really nice little 15 to 20-minute videos. Probably really good for the advertising and stuff like that, and probably making pretty, making a couple bucks. Not rent necessarily, but going out and eating at some restaurant or something. Maybe more sometimes. The Church of Euligans. Spider Guy. I would love for us to be a nonprofit church. I know Jill would hate that, but I would hope that we could bring her over into the fold eventually. This ain't no cult type thing, though. Euligans, maybe if I was like in a punk band or something back in someday. I should have rolled up more than I thought. If I'd only be there for an hour. I understand. So we're gonna be playing. So remember, this is all about the store. Also, the remark was free. That's cool. We've been playing Spider-Man: The Gathering. That's what I like to call it. Let me see if I can get something though. Oh, here you go. Selfless police captain. There's a human. Damn. Anyway, Captain Stacy. Anyway, there you go. I've been teaching these fools how to play Magic and build decks, and we're almost to the point where we're ready to start slaughtering each other, right? It's really fun at the store now. Anyway. Spider Guy, just eat an edible. LOL. Yes. All right. I don't. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, that's great. Great to see y'all. Let's do this.
Good.
All right. As you can see, it is a 2.5 Human Torch. Also restored. Includes tear seals to the cover, spine split sealed to cover, cover reinforced, top stable replaced, right edge of cover trimmed. Captain America story in this one back in 49. Ken Bald and Sid Shore's art. There we go. I mean, geez, it's just a 2.5 and it's been trimmed. It still has chipping and it's trimmed. Or is that, maybe that's ink. Let's take a look at that. Speaking of losing weight, where it shows the most, reduce most any part of the body with the spot reducer. All right. And you know how we do this? We do this with some noise. Let's see. Oh, look, that's nice. Let's see if that works. Dead. I've never bled. Doing this. Probably shouldn't say that as I'm doing. I don't think I've mangled any comics either. Whoa, broke it. go. Human Torch. 35. Hilarious. All right, there you go. Crack that slab.
Good.
That's pretty cool. Oh, you can see where I got. It's a good thing I did it only that far. It might become a 2.5. Oh, wait, it is a 2.5. Oh, well. Thanks to Emil for letting us do that so we could have a segment on the show that's still comic book related. We're going to be talking about some comic books coming out next week and an issue with comic books coming out next week.
Why, we sell a dozen a day in this price range.
Who buys them? Tax collectors?
Even if I had to pay, it would be worth it. Just for the occasion.
What, something big going on somewhere?
What's going on right here? It's a big night.
Well, it's just an old run-of-the-mill Wednesday. Well, the calendar's full of them.
That's right. Tomorrow is 11/12/2025, but today's Stickman. All right. All ones. Well, I guess not the year, but I wasn't around for that. I like that a little bit. No way, let's get that a little bit lower. Turtles and some other underground type stuff. That Savage Dragon right there. Who's the artist? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? All right. I'll let you know in a second. It's really good. It's also written by the same person. I remember the thing about it was that Eric Larson and like Wizard was bitching, or somebody writing about Eric Larson saying something about it and saying nobody knows how to draw Savage Dragon's fin right. All right, let's not get crazy here. Jason Pearson, of course. You knew it. I know you knew it. You're going down in MTG, my friend. I'd be happy to see that happen. Spider-Man only decks, everybody. Or if you buy any of the Magic the Gathering online in their secret ones, they also have other Marvel characters that will go with the set. And then some of them are Groot related, like that one. And then here I have a Storm with a little Groot. That's cute. And these are all like full art full art cards. And I got 3 of them. I didn't want to get all of them because I don't care about Tony Stark and Black Panther. Not a big fan. I mean, not that I hate the Black Panther I don't like Tony Stark. I mean, I read Iron Man. Storm, Wolverine, and Captain America. Those were the sets I got. Secret Lair. In fact, here's one right now I haven't opened up. That's a Wolverine. And I think I have the other 2 somewhere right here. And I was thinking of bringing them on into the store. Would anybody be interested in buying these? Let me know. Let's see here. Do you think our slab can defeat me? Marvel books delayed. Concord announced they won't get theirs till Friday. Bury it, Tavo. I wasn't there yet. Yes, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Veterans Week off. Yeah, right. everybody knows there was a shutdown going on. I hear it's over. I imagine things are going to be getting back to normal, but one of the things that wasn't back to normal then was the air traffic control situation. And I remember Jill came in and she's like, "Did you hear about FedEx and UPS?" I'm like, "No." And she said, "Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be like grounding most of their flights." And then UPS had that one that went down. A lot of people died, and that sucks. So I can totally understand it, but we let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Of all the things we can talk about, we can get real heated about things, but you got to admit that the air traffic control, man, they get screwed with the most, and are probably one. Like, I'm thinking, trash men are very important. It's not like it's the super skilled labor, but it's very important. Air traffic control, people fly all the time. Maybe less so these days, but this time of year is when, and it seems like there's people in bed with the airlines in some capacities, that probably ended the shutdown. And I mean, I can imagine, or if not them, UPS or FedEx or every motherfucker that orders something from UPS or FedEx or Amazon. You know what I mean? So, and that looks like, all right, I'm sorry you're not getting paid. All right, I'm sorry you're starving. All right, I'm sorry you got fired and still have to come back to work even though you're not getting paid for it, and you have no promise that you're going to be paid for it later. But now I can't get stuff. Now I'm pissed. You know what I mean? I am pissed. And I'm not going to have any Marvel comics this week. Well, I am, but not till probably Friday. If I'm lucky, Thursday. I can get them a Thursday before the store opens. Yeah, right. And then I get them and I log them in real quick and I do all the customer polls. I could probably get them out if it's actually in on Thursday, like it said it was. Supposedly the shipment's in Las Vegas right now. It was in Utah. It's in Las Vegas. And now, boom, coming over here tomorrow or Thursday, not tomorrow. But we're gonna have plenty of comics thanks to Lunar and the fine folks of DC and Image and Dynamite. Hey, Dynamite and more. So stay tuned. We're getting right to it. The Democrats suck Republican balls with a Z. Well, yeah, I guess that's what it is. I feel, and I mean, the thing is, like, to not get too much into politics or anything here, but every person that voted is either leaving or is not going to be up for real, to be kicked out. And now, just like all the crazy Republican fans out there and the Republicans in the House, they're talking about, or whoever, wherever, they're talking about ousting their leaders and putting somebody in charge. And it's like, oh yeah, I remember that back in Paul Ryan days and Mitch McConnell. Oh wait, he's still there. I hate to be like all ageist. I think it's more like old people and old guard. Like, I like the old guard as far as teaching people the ways and why things don't work so that we can at least know what we're smashing. But I mean, come on. Who wants to go to war because some old person tells you to go to war? You know what I mean? I'm an old person now. I'm 55. I'm like not quite old and not quite, I'm definitely not young. Or I am old. Either way, I mean, ay. Only one Marvel book on my list tomorrow anyway. the Lithid lore. Spider-Man Wolverine comes out next week. Or this week. It's awesome. What are you talking about? Walk. No spine. Like a 2.5 comic. No spine. All right, no more of that talk. So that's why I'm not going to have Marvel tomorrow. So if you come in tomorrow and you're looking for Marvel and you're looking for a Dark Horse and you're looking for Boom and you're looking for IDW, so that's Godzilla comics, Dungeons and Dragons, Hellboy related stuff. Usually a Matt Kent book because he skates between Boom and Dark Horse anyway. A lot of the but actually I do have Adventure of Lumen N coming in tomorrow because that was on a different shipment that I got last week already. So that's the James Robinson book, and he does a bunch of miniseries for stuff like that. Will you yell at me if I walk in tomorrow and say your store seems smaller than I remember? No, I won't tomorrow. I promise. No, it's the people that look on the phone and say your store looks so much smaller than. No shit. It's all right. Just don't ask me about Wolverine comics. You know, the one where he stabs somebody. All right, here we go. We're going to start with some cigarette comics, and look at this. Oh, no, not like that. Like that. No, not like that. Like that. Yeah, cigarette comic. We're going to start right now with Batman number 162. Why it feels like it's been longer than when I wasn't on that this book came out last. Does that make sense what I just said? The last time I was on, number 161 that had been a while since that had happened. So I'm way more frequent than the Jim Lee, Jeff Loeb joint these days. Another cigarette comic, but man, the sales aren't quite the same as they were. And I kind of felt like people were finally catching up to the fact that Mark Waid just doesn't always have it, especially when he wants it as bad as he did to do Superman. We've got Action Comics, number something, 1092. Ugh, that means 1100's right around the corner. And last but not least, in the cigarette category, we've got Conan the Barbarian, number 26, I do believe. Wonderful. Savage Sword came out last week. We've got the Scourge of the Snake. I can't remember what serpent, snake, something like that. The whole set thing. Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice number 5 of 6 comes out tomorrow. The Jeff Johns penned and Brian Hitch drawn Red Coat number 15 comes out. Hey, so many books. Batman, Static Beyond. Batman Beyond, Static Beyond. Batman and Static Beyond. They're different Batman and Statics, I guess. Batman. Terry. Oh, damn. Come on. McGinnis, right? It's McGinnis. Am I right? Mr. Terrific, number 6. Mr. Terrific, year 1, number 6. This is the last issue of this miniseries. That seems like it took a while for that to come out. Green Lantern Corps, number 10. This has a brand new writer named Morgan Hampton. I looked Morgan Hampton up, and he writes stuff, and mostly stuff for DC recently. It said award-winning, but I can't imagine what award he might have won writing some of the piddly shit. But now he's on Green Lantern Corps. Let's see how long it lasts. It might be good, so check it out. I think it's his first issue. Next up, we have Supergirl number 7. This one is not, unfortunately, drawn by Sophie Campbell, although the cover is. Great cover. That's cool. I'm not reading Supergirl. I wanted to, but then I didn't. I have customers that do, and I hope they're enjoying it, and there's wonderful covers to go along with it. Aquaman number 11. Uh-oh, did I lower my numbers too early? Or too late? Or just right? It's a DCKO tie-in. Aquaman hasn't been selling all that well, regardless of who's writing it. It's just never been the biggest seller for me. Except in the new 52 days. Those were special times for about 5-10 months. Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, number 4. I forget how many issues this is. 5? Something like that. This is by the guys that did Ice Cream Man. By the way, those cards, those sold out, I think, everywhere. And I'm selling my copy because it's a comic, to a customer. So pity me. Pity me that Marvel doesn't have comics to the point where I'm showing you Spawn coming out tomorrow. There's a ton of Spawn comics these days. Spawn the Scorched, Spawn the which is a team up, Gunslinger Spawn, Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn. There's King Spawn. There's Spawn. There's Spawn miniseries Misery. There's Spawn miniseries something or another. You see what I mean? There's Rat City. There's Sam and Twitch. Spawn 270. You know what that means. You do know what that means. Like, seriously, if you've watched this show for any time, you should know 275 is right around the corner. And the 375 is right around the corner. So that means 374, 373. Those are the ones that kind of are lower. 376, 377 are a little lower. And almost all of the Spawn Centennial issues, 25, 50, 75, 100, they are all pretty big deals. Like they're the markers for where people left off and collected. And there's been so much time with Spawn that people left it and wanted to get back into it. And as they wanted to get back into it, the print run was smaller. So a comic that, it's no Dark Phoenix saga, but there was an issue when Gunslinger Spawn came out first in Spawn, and that's a big deal. And that happened in issues that you wouldn't think about. Batman and Robin number 27. There you go. Oh, cool. We're going to have Superman and Superman Kal-El. Son of Kal-El. I don't know what he's called himself. Batman Dark Patterns number 12 is the last issue of the series. Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman. That's the guy who does, or that's the person that does Absolute Wonder Woman also. Doing 2 books a month. And people really do like Dark Patterns in the store, and I will do my darndest to make that the Batman book that I really sit down and read when the trade comes out. All right, everybody, here we go. We got Young Blood number 1. This is a brand new Young Blood series, written and drawn by Rob Liefeld, the guy who talks about comic stores sucking balls and shit like that. Here we go. It's in a bag. Classic 90s. Rob Liefeld is the future of comics now and forever. Smart guy. But wait, he doesn't just do things from the past. He does things from the present too. And he has things like variant covers, by Scotty Young, no doubt. And maybe Daniel Warren Johnson, anybody? Boy, that would have been awesome for a signing. Anyway, there's a couple other ones. I can't imagine anybody really cares, but I got them. One is a manga. No, it's not manga sized, but to the to the simple mind of Rob Liefeld, I guess that just means black and white. All right, so manga. Those Marvel Magazine mangas were great. All right, that's enough joking about Rob Liefeld. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Damn, they gotta get an annual out, and they have to have Andy Kubert do the artwork. They have to. Robert Kirkman, make it frickin' happen. The interiors of these books are great. Give me a frickin' annual and make it Andy Kubert doing it. Give me a black and white version and give me a color version. Those will be wonderful, and I would be happy to have those in my comic book collection. I think a lot of other people would too. I think it'd be a real good seller. And if you can get somebody that isn't Larry Hama, no offense to Larry Hama, but maybe like a celebrity, a good celebrity, someone that people actually gravitate towards, that maybe actually writes or has written, that'd be cool. We're taking everyone down with us. Boy, it seems just yesterday that this number 5 came out. Actually, it seems like it was a lot longer than that. And I'm pretty sure it was, because the book that came out at the same time as it did 6 issues over, and it's been a couple months. So glad to see it over. Hope it culminates properly, and looking forward to reading this finally entirely in trade when I get a chance to. Thundercats Panthro. I don't have a lot of these, but I need something to show you. Death to Pachuco number 2. Not really a great seller, but it's like a crime thing from like the 20s, something like that. 20s, yeah. Peter Cannon Thunderbolt. That's a Dynamite comic. I was being told about the wonderful art of this Lau guy, Stanley Lau, I think the name is. And it was on, I can't remember, something like a Red Sonja or something. And I said that was pretty good. Maybe it was Silverhawks. And I said, oh, this does look pretty good. It was better than I thought it was going to look. And Fred Van Lente has written pretty cool comics at one time. I'm not sure like Peter Cannon is everybody's cup of tea, but I know there's some old timers out there. Anyway, Peter Cannon, Thunderbolt. The Liquidator number 1 by Peter Milligan and some dude named Kowalski. I read a little bit of it. There's some time jumping going on, and this woman is the center of the story, but I didn't get a chance to read the entirety of the issue like I wanted to. I was reading something else also. If you haven't heard, it's this book right here called Sonic Life, and it's a memoir of Thurston Moore from Sonic Youth. And it's got, pictures and, photographs and, stuff like that in chapters. And it's pretty cool. I don't usually read a lot of nonfiction. These days, I don't really read a whole lot of books anyway. It's almost all comic books. But as I'm starting to lose a bit of my religion, I've become Jesse Custer of comics. I hope you're not my congregation. Flash Gordon Quarterly number 5. All right, excellent. Still coming out quarterly even. That's cool. Blood Squad 7. Oh man, I haven't read this yet, but I have it right over in the other room right here. Do I have it right here? No, I don't have it right here. It's in the other room. I do want to get to this. I usually try and read this immediately, ASAP. But I've been doing so much other stuff, including reading this book, that I really didn't get a chance to. Joe Casey's telling a really great story, and I know it's weird and different for people to read superhero books that are based loosely off characters from the past, and things that have nothing to do with Marvel, DC, or Invincible. But this is in the Image universe, and Invincible is in the Image universe, so it could someday happen, and it might be this issue right now. The art's been great all the way throughout, and there's been a small little break, obviously. There's 2 trades. I sold out of number 1, but I got more coming in. There's a second trade. It's already out. And I would highly recommend getting into this book because I'm a big fan, and we could just sit and talk about the greatness that it is, because it's not just one issue. It's not just one story arc. It's everything building on everything. Not necessarily in a I have to read everything, but I want to read everything way. Blue Falcon and Dynamite number 3. I forget if this is 5 or 6 issues. This is basically Blue Falcon and Dynamite year 1, or year 1. So you're seeing how they're made and what they are. Pretty cool art. Jimmy Palmiotti. It's a serious story, and it's a little bit more violent than I would have wanted. Just wanted a really fun little Blue Falcon and Dynamite, you know. Die Loaded number 1. This is by Kieran Gillen. It's the same team from Die before, which is about people that played a role-playing game and disappeared in that role-playing game, and then reappeared, and then all sorts of shenanigans have occurred. But I haven't read it, even though it's kind of something I would want to read. I just never have. For fans of Power Fantasy, Kieran Gillen's other book, which also comes out tomorrow, number 13. There's a trade or 2 of that. I'm pretty sure I have them. Kieran Gillen's a pretty cool writer. Maybe a little too wordy for me, but I have read issues of comic books that are mainstream that he's done that I have enjoyed. And I actually had read some of his creator-owned stuff early on. It was the mod magic music people. I can't think of the name of it right now, but just look under the Gillen section in my store and you'll see it. And that is new comics for 11/12/2025. We're up at 12 to 5 every Wednesday through Sunday. Every Wednesday through Sunday. Let's go back to comments. Holy cow. All right. I saw the all right. You don't have to go so deep into the Democrats. I mean, I'm getting my books, right? I mean, talking about that action, boss. Jesus, walk. You just want that number 1. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do you open the Youngblood is actually the regular way? Finally, a normal thing. Road Comics. I was going to order Youngblood, but my inconsistent ordering practices made me decide not to. Amen. I love it. That's great. We need stars, not Drewski everywhere. I'm behind on my blood squad. Walk. Are you drinking right now? What number are you on? Man, that 49ers game you had to see. It's a good thing you were getting paid. You know what I mean? That was rough. Yeah, it's almost the end of the show. I was making new banners and everything, and I don't have my Patreon up at all. But if you want to be ignored like that, get out your phones right now, because you can take a picture of this QR code right now, and you can become a member of Patreon ASAP. Isn't that cool? Wow, little QR codes. I remember I wanted to do videos and make a QR code of them and put it up in the store under a book. you know, a little 15-second, 25-second spiel. And my landlord, the evil landlord, said he was like, he wasn't into it. He didn't think it was a big deal. That was all the way like in 2012, 2013. And he was like, nobody's going to really be doing QR codes. Everybody still does QR codes. I mean, I go to a restaurant and I have to pull out my freaking phone and download an app or take a picture of something to get a menu. I don't know if I can say it's the way of the future, but it's the way of the nowture. You know what I mean? And also, if you're interested in something free, not Patreon, you can take another picture of this. That is our Substack account. And our Substack account, the last one, has a little bit about me playing Magic with Spider-Man cards. It's a cute little quick read. You got to do something to want to be in the comic store, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate this time that Magic is doing something that I can actually sell in the store, or at least want to sell in the store. They do a lot of these avatars, the new one. They did Final Fantasy. All I hear about is how hot Final Fantasy is. But again, I don't sell online, so I don't really know how big a deal that's going to really be. I have been thinking about it, but again, it would still be in a very Shopify kind of situation, leading people to a page and then filling it from there. Anyway, we were going to check out, you know what? God damn, I said 30% less show.
Bill, spin my arm.
Come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on! I win a Winnebago. I win a Winnebago! No! So close. I spun it a little too hard.
God damn it, Bill. So I don't know where the future of this show is, but I know I have a lot of Thanksgiving and Christmas clips, and you know exactly which ones I have. I can't not play them. I've been holding off all year, even though I wanted to play them. That's the only one that actually applies because we're doing it right now. Oh, I forgot I can't remember who the artist is. I'm sorry. So this is the wrong name. Yeah, come on, man. First time back. Let me present screen. Share screen. Yeah. We're gonna do that one. Yeah. I thought there were some more comics, but I guess I did. Oh, those are the Marvel ones. Look at this. Remember when they didn't have the ads? Oh well, and it doesn't matter. So we have some new people on this list. It's a little bit longer than normal. And there's a new person on the second list. Wow. All right, here we go, everybody. First spin, second spin, final spin. So first spin. Good luck to everybody involved. Hopefully it's a new person, but maybe not. We need some. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. Ollie. Wow. Very good. Very good. Very good. Wow. Well, that's funny because I put him right down on the bottom with the other two dudes that buy the 1 in 10 variant. And we might not need to go to a third round if Ali should win. So hold on 1 second. We have to do this one right now. Yeah, man, I totally saw that movie in the theater with my brothers. That was awesome. I was old enough to drive. This is also issue number 19. Damn, number 19. If Ali should win this, he is the winner. So I guess we're kind of maybe rooting for Cameron or Fantinuum, but these guys are, many-time winners. So here we go. Man. All right, we're going to get a spin-off. Wow, Fantinuum. You know, it's been a while since dude won in a while. You know what I mean? It's that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Well, we're gonna do this one more time. That's right. Man, that movie, man. So cool. I want to get this ad off. I want to get this ad off. Don't worry, it's not for like a penis enlargement. You know, let's just keep it up so you guys can know it's not for a penis enlargement. Although, penis enlargement, that'd be something. All right, anyway. Fantinuum versus Ali. Here we go. Boy, it's tense in this room, let me tell you. Oh, man, Ali. He's like, I want to win a 1 in 50. I want to win a 1 in 50. Sorry, buddy. Not this time. But keep buying 1 in 10 variants, and you'll get on that second spin. And I usually get 1 or 2 more. So, you know, other people could be involved in this. Tell a friend or don't tell a friend. Fantinuum, congratulations. I will see you Sunday, maybe. We'll see. All right, so you got the Substack QR code, and one last time we've got the Patreon one right there. Thank you very much to all my patrons. You are seen, even though I don't. I appreciate you, is what I'm saying.
You know, my last name is Costanza. That's Italian. So you and I are kind of like countrymen. Huh? Paisanos!
650 you change.
Ah, yes. And I always take care of my paisanos. So here's a little something.
Antonio!
Si!
Vieni qua! Questa miserabile patrona!
Thank you. Really appreciate everybody for coming on in. Anybody that watches the show later, leave a comment. Maybe you said Jason Pearson. Look him up. He's a good artist. R.I.P. He was a good one. Didn't do enough. Needed to do more. Talk about that someday. To anybody that's reached out to me and I didn't get to them, I'm sorry. It was tough. It's been tough. It's always tough. It's just excuses, one after another. And I'm sorry. And that's the last time I'll say that today. Until next week.
Lucy and Ramona cruising through the jungles of L.A. Hoping to promote a dream somewhere along the way. They're rolling through the streets, looking for a disco, passing up the treats from a kid named Cisco, trying to make connections with their blemish-free complexions, and just as fate would have it, ended up with Sunset Sam. Sam was selling watches from a suitcase on a TV tray. And Lucy and Ramona kept trying to figure out if he was gay. The three of them were standing, staring at each other, when the light behind their eyes blew each other's cover. The ancient code was branded, and each of them was handed a ticket to their kingdom, 'cause they saw their brother Sunset Sam. Lucy and Ramona, Sunset Lucy was from Compton, and she met Ramona at the zoo. Ramona was from Brooklyn. She left when she was 22. Sam was a native of the Arizona desert, but he split when he was slated for some governmental make-work. Their differences subsided when the common bond was sighted. They were all from the same place that made the famous Sunset Sam.